So what you want to do when you bring your turmeric home is to leave it out somewhere warm, in your kitchen for example, and you'll soon see these buds begin to develop. With your ginger as well, just leave it out in a warm kitchen, somewhere warm. So these are some organic turmeric rhizomes that were being thrown out of the shop because they'd gone past their sell-by date as far as turmeric was concerned, but they're brilliant for growing because you can see they're beginning to sprout. As you see better on that one, which is a brilliant one, look at that. And the great thing about these sprouts is they're all at one level, so that I could suspend this turmeric in some water without putting too much of the whole rhizome in the water. So just put your water up to about half the bud, because what will happen is the roots start to grow from the bottom of each of these buds, and obviously as many of these buds as you can get to root as possible, because they will then start drawing the nutrients out of the soil as well as the nutrient that's left in the rhizome, and you'll get a really good plant. As a control this time, I'm actually going to do what I did last time, which was I'm going to start some in water and some I'm just going to put straight in the soil. But I'll show you in a minute the difference that I found when I did that. These are two I started over winter, these two turmerics here. This little one actually went mouldy. I think that's probably why when I read on the internet it says don't start them in water, but I cured that. I'll show you what with in a minute. But you can see they've sort of still been dormant over the winter, but they've in the past couple of months they've just started to put on some growth. So what I will do, I'll transplant them and put them in the greenhouse probably in about May. So the rhizome that went mouldy actually had some good roots on it already, so it was just surface mould. So all I did was I put 1 drop of, this is organic grapefruit seed extract. It's a brilliant substance for getting rid of mould, well it's natural antibiotic. And all I did was I just put 1 drop in some water, just 1 drop into an egg cup full of water, and I just swished it about in it, and it's perfect. As you can see, it's grown really well. These are 2 turmeric plants I started last year in August, at the end of August. I'm growing turmeric, well, one because we use it in cookery, but also it's a fantastic medicinal plant. We're only really scratching the surface in the West of all the things it's good for. It's been used for thousands of years in the East. It's good for all kinds of disorders. It's good as a preventative against cancer. It's being used now in Parkinson's disease. It's good against Alzheimer's. It's a fantastic plant, and it's brilliant in cookery. It's very good also using in pickles to preserve things. It should really die back at the end of autumn, and that's the time when you'd be looking to harvest it. But because this was in its first year, I decided to keep it going. I kept it in the kitchen, so it's only just now, as we're stopping using the fire as much, that the kitchen is getting a bit cooler, and it's actually starting to think now in April of dying back. And what is amazing is that it's actually beginning to put up new shoots. So here's a new little shoot coming, which will be this year's growth. This year I will hope to harvest some. I have done that with my ginger, but as I say, I put my turmeric in quite late, so I didn't really want to take anything off it. I didn't dig it up at all. It's in one of Andy's planters at the moment, this drop-down side planter, so this year I will actually be putting it out in the greenhouse, and I'm hoping, apart from wonderful medicinal plant, wonderful cooking plant, it also produces a beautiful flower, so why not have a go and grow some.